Hi, there was a question about the square root principle. Okay, so I'm going to make some examples. Let's say we have x squared equals 3, x squared equals 4, x squared equals 5, x squared equals 6, x squared equals 7, x squared equals 25, x squared equals 16, x squared equals 81. Okay, now to undo the square, to get the x alone, we would take the square root of both sides. So here we would get x equals plus or minus the square root of 3. And we leave it as the square root of 3 because the square root of 3 is it's a decimal, okay? So we leave it as the square root of 3 so that it's exact, okay? Same with root 5. We have x equals plus or minus root 5. Same with 6. X equals plus or minus root 6. Same with 7. X equals plus or minus root 7. Now let's say we have x squared equals 18. Well, we'll get to that one in a minute. Now over here, when I take the square root of 4, well, I know the square root of 4 is 2. Because 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm going to put plus or minus 2. I know the square root of 25 is 5. So I'm going to put plus or minus 5. I know the square root of 16 is 4. So I'm going to put plus or minus 4. Square root of 81 is 9. So I'm going to put plus or minus 9. Now let's say we have the square root of x squared equals 18 and x squared equals 50. When I take the square root, I have x equals plus or minus the square root of 18. Now this can simplify because 18 is 9 times 2. And the square root of 9 is 3. So this will be plus or minus 3 root 2. Okay. Same with 50. When I take the square root, I'll get x equals plus or minus root 50. And then 50 is 25 times 2, and the square root of 25 is 5. So I have 5 root 2. Okay. Now another thing is, let's say we have like x plus 2 squared equals 36. So first I'm going to take the square root, so I get x plus 2 equals plus or minus 6. Now what I need to do is I need to move the 2 over by subtracting the 2. So now I have negative 2 plus 6 and negative 2 minus 6. So negative 2 plus 6 is 4, and negative 2 minus 6 is negative 8. So I have x equals 4 and x equals negative 8. Okay. Now let's look at another one. Let's say we have x minus 3 squared equals 35. So I'm going to take the square root, so I get plus or minus root 35. That doesn't even simplify. That's not a perfect root. Doesn't simplify. So now I'm going to add the 3 over, and this is like what I'm going to leave the answer. What that means is there's two answers, 3 plus root 35 and 3 minus root 35. And if you wanted to find, these are the x-intercepts, and if you wanted to find exactly what they were, you can just type this into your calculator and you'll get a decimal. Okie dokie. Anything else? All right, I hope that helps. Have a great day.